Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Canada Day. Or should I say happy take over the native land and brutalize all the native people day. Because that's what happened on Canada Day. My name is Young Jibway. I'm a national hip-hop artist from Winnipeg. Here to tell you a little bit about what Canada really stands for. If you think it stands for freedom, you don't know where you are. But I'm here to tell you, not to judge you, but to educate you as a First Nations person. People that celebrate Canada Day celebrate the native land that was raped and taken from us and all the people who were murdered in the process. People like Lennon Peltier stand behind bars as we stand here today. People like Lennon Peltier fought for the freedoms of native rights and our people. But yet it is still catastrophic and unrecognized to some people who think that Native Americans are just bums living off society. But who's really living off society? Who's really living off our land? The government. The people are just consuming. They're not really aware of what's going on. So if I take one in the back of my head today, then you guys will know why. I'm telling the truth. Let's see. Back where I come from, there's a lot of controversy. Where police have been known to drop off First Nations people in their socks on the perimeter highway in the middle of winter, as they call it, the Starlight Tours. My homie Evan Maud was one of the people that were dropped off by the police in Winnipeg and left on the highway to walk home. Police are supposed to serve and protect communities, not destroy cultures and abolish rights that are still not being respected today. Of course it's a scandal. It's a scandal. I'm not here today as the First Nations or to represent the First Nations people and bash all the non-First Nations people. That's not what we do. I'm here today to educate everybody from different countries and different nationalities that Turtle Island, what is tattooed on my neck, is a land that has been raped, is a land that has been taken over by corporate government. Harper and Obama are just puppets of the elite that are known as the Illuminati. The bankers own you guys. You guys need to do the research. Native women are being treated like crap nowadays. And here everybody is celebrating Canada Day. Until people understand what Canada and Canada Day really resembles, then you guys would have second thoughts about celebrating. If you're celebrating Canada Day, please feel free to celebrate the slaughter of innocents of First Nations people. If I get arrested today, it's not because I'm wrong. It's because it's a proven fact that the government is taking over. You know what I mean? I have people who are friends of mine who are from Germany, Belgium, Bulgaria, wherever, you know what I'm saying? So it's not about white people. It's about the government. 90% of my friends are white. So all that hogwash ain't even there. So today's just one of those days of every year when we stop and think, what is Canada Day? When did Canada Day, how old is Canada? Apparently 100 and somewhat years old, right? 146. Someone's keeping track. So, 146 years old. But how was Canada born? What sovereignty and democracy that we have to face as First Nations people to learn? And when do we learn to be accepted in a society where the government teaches everybody nothing but hate? materialism, fascism. They tell you how to dress, they tell you how to look. Just like Marilyn Manson said on Bowling for Columbine. He's a rock star. I'm a hip-hop artist. I'm not going to look at him and call him a faggot. I'm going to look at him and say that he's an artist trying to raise awareness. But he represents himself in an image that people are afraid of. If people don't understand the truth, they hide, they run, they run under their blankets or in their houses, wherever they feel safe.
Under the police station desk.
But we're not safe no matter where we are. I'm here to tell you that we have not forgot about people like Leonard Peltier. We have not forgot about people like J.J. Harper. We have not forgot about people like Matthew Thomas. And we have not forgot about the great Creator who has given us the strength to stand here today and tell the truth. Doesn't matter if you're white, you're black, you're Asian. If people want to know the education, that means you guys are standing here. I'm not talking hogwash to you because I'm First Nations. Give me a round of applause. How do you guys think I'm doing so far? I don't usually speak at rallies. I'm usually in the studio. Did you call me Mr. Rogers? Oh. Just call me Young Jibway. I'm actually a quarter Scottish, and Scottish people have the tendency to look young. I'm 27 years old. I'll be 28 in August. I look like I'm 19. And then a Jibway. A Jibway, obviously, that's where Jibway comes in. Jibway is like a slang for a Jibway. So, as a hip-hop artist, I released music that represented myself and all my experiences as a First Nations person coming up in the industry. Now I know there's people who are non-Aboriginal or non-First Nations that support our people, which is great. May my heart be with whoever's going in the back of that ambulance. Jeez. When I first started hip-hop, I was all about the gangster music. I was all about, hey, you know, fuck women, disrespect women. Women are only sex objects. You know what I mean? That's what people in mainstream hip-hop do nowadays. They sexualize, they hypersexualize women, and they say, oh, well, you know what, girl, if you don't wear this, you're ugly. If you don't have breasts that are large, you're ugly. If you don't dress in this, you're ugly. Who said that? Why can't people just be themselves? You know what I'm saying? That's what I do in hip-hop. I don't call women bitches. You know what, to be honest with you, when I was 19, I used to be an abusive person against women. I used to beat women. Why? Because I was upset with who I was. I didn't accept myself, who I was. So I used to take it on my partner. I thought, okay, cool, it's cool to beat a woman. I'll show her who's fucking boss. You know what I mean? But when I witnessed my best friend get beat up by her boyfriend, it was like watching myself in a mirror.
Good going.
Watching myself in a mirror, thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing to that woman right there? I beat him up. I apologize for the language, miss. I do apologize. I do get a little carried away, but because I see kids walking around, I'll stop. Well, it woke me up. When I saw my friend get beat up by a dude, it woke me up because I saw somebody who I cared about. I saw myself in an image that woke me up and scared me. From that day on, I never put my hands on a woman again.
Bravo! Thank you!
And they say that people can't change.
Yes, they can.
The government can change. The white supremacists can change. The people who are native and that are in the community not really understanding it all can change. Everybody can change.
Yeah, but these two guys can change.
Excuse me? I'm a bastard? But that's a sweater.
She's like the
It's okay. Creator loves us all. I don't slap anybody. No, of course not. I'm just reminding people that this is what I gotta deal with on a daily basis when I come to rallies. It's okay. I'm a freedom fighter. I fight for my people. I fight for everybody. I fight for people in Libya. I fight for people in Egypt. People in Africa. People all over the world that want nothing but to be free. free from government, free from borders, free from law and corporate orders. There is a man who was shot 51 times in New York City, an African-American man who just got married. He was murdered on his wedding night, and I'm sure some of you have heard of his name. His name was Sean Bell. He was getting married. The same night he got murdered, he was getting married. He left the church, a nightclub at a later time that night, and the police thought he was drug dealing, and they shot him 51 times. I understand if he had something to fight back with, or if he tried to retaliate in any sense, but 51 times? Who shoots two people 51 times? And get this, there were two off-duty cops who got relieved of their charges.
Fuck the cops.
Nelson Mandela is in critical condition right now and is being denied access from the Harper government because Mandela doesn't want Obama there. And I agree. Nelson Mandela is a revolutionary. He believes in peace. Come on, guys, wake up. He doesn't want Obama there. Nelson Mandela does not want Obama around him or his family. I'd be cheering if I were you guys, because that's a good thing. His own people are protecting him. People in Africa have a right to be heard. People in native land have a right to be heard. And yes, some of the troll media have a right to be seen too. I can't say nothing against people that just want to be free. But stop with the violence. Stop with the oppression. Because we're not getting anywhere. Stop with the child slavery in factories that make shoes. Needless to say,
how are you going to do that?
How am I going to do it? It's not about me. It's how are we going to do that?
Okay, how's it going to be done?
Our voices.
Your voices.
Hopefully next year around the same time, I won't be the only one speaking here.
Haven't we heard that in millenniums? We're going to rise up. And did it come to pass? Is there less violence now?
No, there's not.
Okay,
but who keeps
and that
promoting
proves
it?
that it's a bunch of BS. Okay?
Do you stand up for it?
Can I stand up for it?
Do you stand up for it?
This is what I stand
What
up
is
for.
it?
The Lord Jesus Christ.
The Lord Jesus Christ.
And he says it's going to get worse and worse.
And he says it's going to get worse and worse.
Want it. Okay, and their leadership is in control.
Shit, you don't even belong here.
They're in control. What? You don't think
belong here, man.
Let's not, Kate.
You don't think David Rockefeller and Myers Rothschild aren't controlling things? Come on, they're controlling.
You know about the Bilderberg Group? You know about the Bilderberg Group?
Oh, I sure do.
You know about Rockefeller?
Yeah, and they're controlling things. Okay, what? You're gonna go there and tell them, no, stop doing that?
This is native land. This is native land.
Okay, so what?
The anti-pipeline protest?
Talking about that. We're talking, of course. And while I'm at it, to hell with Barrett Gold. If my friend Sakura was here right now, she'd be telling me the same thing. She's an activist.
She gets funded from Rockefeller.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. You're just, you know what? You're one of the trolls that stand out here, and you just finished telling me a while ago that Crystalline was finished. No, she's not. This guy's a troll, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the guys that have the media. He's a troll.
Derek, where you
This
been?
guy's a barbarian. He records stuff in the media and he turns it around to make people like me, who are out here peacefully, look bad.
Hey, wait a minute. He said nice things about me when I was around.
Well, I wonder who's kissing butt.
I'm not kissing butt.
Anyway, back to the subject. Canada Day is a day that millions of native people were tarnished of their land. Kind of reminds me of slavery back in America. I've lived in America. I've seen how black folks and other people who are separated still. I've lived in Norfolk, Virginia, the naval base of the United States. I've walked on the ship where they've experimented what they do with different things and how they blow different things up. It's nothing to be proud of. Because the people that you're blowing up, they got families. They got people like children that they gotta support. Nobody deserves to die. That's why I'm here protesting peacefully. You want to come scrap me, come scrap me. But I'm not here to scrap nobody. I'm not here to hate on anybody because they don't know what's going on. I'm here to educate you guys. Without education, how could you guys know? Again, my name is Young Jibway. I'm a hip-hop artist and music producer. I really want to encourage people to look me up and look up my music and check out some of the things that I do talk about because it's vital. A lot of what I talk about is similar to the rap of the game, Vinny Paz, Immortal Technique, and these are the people I grew up listening to. People, I'm not here to bash anybody, except for the government. So who agrees with me when I say that we should all be free? Put up your hands. Who agrees that we should all be free? I see some hands. I see people just walking by. Police brutality's gotta stop. The disappearance of missing and murder.